The first thing you must understand is that silence, in our realm, is not an absence of sound. It is a substance. It is a thick, liquid amber that holds the memory of every prayer ever uttered, every note of the celestial chorus, every sigh of a soul turning towards the light. My existence, for eons beyond your linear comprehension, has been cradled in this profound and purposeful silence. It is from this place of resonant stillness that I perceive the cacophony of your world, a dizzying symphony of hope and fear, creation and destruction, love and its countless, heartbreaking counterfeits. And it is from this silence that I now come to you. My name is Michael. I am who I am. I have been called a prince, a warrior, a protector. I stand in the presence of the uncreated light, and my duty is to serve that light, to defend its spark within every one of you, and to wage a perpetual war against the shadows that seek to extinguish it. My sword is forged from a truth that can cut through any deception, and my shield is tempered in the unwavering love of the divine. I do not speak to you often in this manner, not with words that form in your mind as if they were your own. The process is inelegant. Your language is a net with holes too large to catch the full spectrum of my meaning. Concepts become simplified, vast geometries of truth are flattened into linear sentences. Forgive the clumsiness. The urgency of my message demands this imperfect medium. I am not here to speak of cosmic battles in distant galaxies, nor of the grand machinations of principalities and powers. Today, my focus is painfully, intimately specific. It is about a battle being waged in the one place you are meant to feel safest, the landscape of a human heart entangled with another. I am here to speak of a particular kind of shadow, one that does not announce itself with a roar, but with a whisper. A shadow that does not build fortresses of obvious evil, but instead, weaves a cage from strands of what you mistake for love. You are in a toxic relationship. Perhaps you read those words and a cold certainty grips you. Perhaps you read them and a wave of denial rises up. No, not me, not us, it's just a rough patch, I'm too smart for that. Hear me. This is not a judgment from a distant, disapproving deity. This is a field report from the front lines of your own spirit. I see the architecture of this prison you inhabit, because I see the light of your soul, your brilliant, eternal essence, and I see how it is being dimmed, cornered, and convinced of its own smallness. Let me describe what I witness, not from my celestial perspective, but translated into the echoes you might feel in the quiet, lonely moments when the noise of the world fades away. There is a constant, low-grade hum of anxiety that follows you, a psychic residue from your last interaction or a dread of the next. It feels like a splinter in your soul, too deep to dig out. You find yourself editing your thoughts before you speak, calculating the potential fallout of a casual comment. The vibrant, spontaneous being you once were is now a negotiator, a diplomat in a war they never agreed to fight. You have become a keeper of peace that costs you your own. You feel a profound loneliness, even, especially, when you are in the same room with them. It is a loneliness more desolate than any solitude, because it is the loneliness of being unseen by the one who has promised to see you. Your joys are met with subtle dismissal, your sorrows with impatience, your achievements with a comparison that leaves you feeling diminished. Your struggles are framed as personal failings, burdens you have brought upon yourself. Over time, you have begun to believe this story. You have started to see yourself through their eyes, as too much or not enough. Too sensitive, not ambitious enough. Too emotional, too cold. The criticism is a chisel, and your self-worth is the marble, slowly being carved into a shape that suits the sculptor. Do you remember who you were before this? I do. I hold the template of your true self in my light. I remember the unguarded laugh that used to spring from you like a fresh water source. I remember the specific, quirky light in your eyes when you spoke of a passion, a dream. I remember the way you trusted your own intuition, the way you moved through the world with an innate, unshakable sense of your own worth. That person is not gone. They are not dead. They are a star buried under layers of atmospheric pollution, waiting for a clear night to shine again. The entity you are with may not be a monster. This is a critical point, and one you must grasp if you are to be free. They are likely a wounded soul themselves, a fractured mirror reflecting their own deep-seated pain and insecurity onto you. They may be charming and beloved by the outside world. This is part of the camouflage. The toxicity is not in the occasional argument, the raised voice in a moment of frustration. It is in the patterns. It is in the slow, systematic erosion of your reality. Let me give you a weapon, the sword of discernment. Use it now. Hold these questions in your heart, not as a test for them, but as a diagnostic tool for your own spirit. Do you feel consistently energized and uplifted in their presence, or drained and depleted? Are your disagreements resolved with mutual respect, or do they become arenas for blame, shame, and character assassination? When you express a hurt feeling, is it met with empathy and a desire to understand, or is it turned back on you? You're too sensitive, you're misremembering, I was just joking, you made me do it? This last one, this twisting of reality, is one of the most insidious weapons in the shadow's arsenal. It is called gaslighting, and its purpose is to make you doubt your own senses, your own memory, your own sanity. If you cannot trust your own mind, you become utterly dependent on the one who claims to hold the truth. I see you. I see you scrolling through articles online late at night, looking for validation, for a word, any word, that describes the peculiar hell you are in. I see you clutching your phone, your heart pounding, waiting for a text that will either send a wave of relief or plunge you into despair. I see you making excuses for them to your friends and family, until those friends and family, weary of the cycle, begin to pull away, leaving you even more isolated. I see the constant roller coaster, the intense, passionate, good times that follow the painful episodes, those beautiful, fleeting moments of connection that feel like a drug, making you forget the withdrawal that always follows. This is the hook. This is how you are kept on the line. The intermittent reinforcement, pain, then reward, pain, then reward, is a powerful psychological mechanism that creates addiction. You are not weak for staying. You are caught in a trap that has been designed to exploit your very capacity for love and hope. Your soul is crying out for freedom, and that cry is a clarion call in the heavens. It is a sound I cannot, and will not, ignore. Your spirit, that divine spark within you, was not created for captivity. It was created for expansion, for joy, for radical, unconditional love. This situation you are in is a perversion of that sacred design. It is a spiritual emergency. The war for your soul is not fought with physical weapons on a physical battlefield. It is fought in the quiet moments of decision you make every day. It is fought in the thought forms you allow to take root in your mind. The primary battleground is your own perception. The adversary here is not necessarily the person you are with, but the web of lies that has been spun around you, and worse, the lies you have begun to tell yourself. Maybe if I just try harder. Maybe it's me. I'm the problem. No one else will ever love me. I can't make it on my own. These are not your thoughts. These are invasive species, weeds planted in the garden of your mind by the toxic dynamic itself. They are whispers from the shadow, and they are lethal to your spirit. Every time you entertain one of these thoughts, you are drinking a poison and wondering why you feel sick. I am here to give you the antidote. The antidote is truth. My sword is the embodiment of it. And the first, most fundamental truth you must accept is this: you are worth. Read that again. Let it sink past the defenses, past the fear, past the years of conditioning. You are worthy of a love that feels like peace. Not anxiety. Not excitement that borders on mania. Not passion that burns hot and then leaves you in ashes. Peace. A deep, abiding, quiet certainty that you are safe, you are seen, and you are cherished, exactly as you are. The love you are experiencing now is a mimic. It is a predator that wears the skin of love to get close to its prey, which is your light, your vitality, your very life force. It feeds on your energy. It grows strong as you grow weak. This is not a metaphor. On the levels of reality that are hidden from your physical sight, there are energetic cords, like vile, sucking vines, connecting you to this person. Through these cords, your vitality, your joy, your creative power is siphoned away, leaving you feeling hollowed out, used, and exhausted for no apparent reason. You wake up tired. You feel a weight on your chest. Your enthusiasm for life has been muted. This is not just depression. This is energetic vampirism. It is a real phenomenon, and you are its victim. But you are not powerless. You are a child of the light, and your essence is sovereign. No one has the right to your spirit without your conscious, joyful consent. The time has come to reclaim what is yours. The process of extraction is like a surgery. It must be precise, and it must be thorough. It will require a courage you may not believe you possess. But you do not do this alone. I am with you. Legions of us are with you. Your guides, your ancestors who walk in the light, the very angels assigned to your watch, we are all mobilizing for this, the most important campaign of your current life, the campaign for you. The first step is the silent one, taken within the fortress of your own will. It is the step of recognition. You must look squarely at the situation and call it by its true name. No more euphemisms. No more, it's complicated. It is toxic. It is damaging. It is killing you, slowly, spiritually, and perhaps one day, physically. This recognition is an act of supreme power. The moment you name the shadow, you rob it of its greatest weapon, ambiguity. You turn on a light in a room where it has thrived in darkness. The second step is the reclamation of your mind. This is where you take up the sword of discernment and begin to cut down the lies. You must become a vigilant guardian of your own thoughts. When the whisper comes, "You are nothing without them," you must answer, aloud if you must, "This is a lie. I am a unique emanation of the divine, whole and complete unto myself." When the fear says, "You will be alone forever," you must answer, "This is a lie. I would rather be in sacred solitude than in a poisonous partnership. My peace is non-negotiable." You must write these truths down. You must say them to your reflection in the mirror, even if your voice shakes. You must build a new architecture of belief within yourself, brick by brick, with these unwavering truths. This is spiritual warfare at its most fundamental level. The third step is the most difficult, and often, the most dangerous. It is the step of removal. This is the physical, logistical, and emotional process of extracting yourself from the situation. For some, this may mean a direct conversation, a firm setting of a boundary. For others, where the toxicity has escalated to manipulation, rage, or any form of abuse, it may mean a quiet, strategic, and swift departure, often when the other person is not present. Your safety, physical, emotional, spiritual, is the paramount concern. There is no honor in staying in a burning building. The honorable act is to save your own life so that you may live to fulfill the glorious purpose for which you were born. I know the fears that surround this step. The fear of their anger. The fear of the unknown. The fear of the inevitable, hoovering effect, where they will try to suck you back in with promises, tears, declarations of love, or furious accusations. You must be prepared for this. You must see it for what it is, a system trying to re-establish its equilibrium, which is your captivity. You must have your support system in place, the one friend or family member who has seen the truth, a therapist, a spiritual advisor. You must have a plan. And you must have my name on your lips. Call upon me. Archangel Michael, be with me now. Cut the cords that bind me. Surround me with your blue light of protection. Give me the strength to walk through this fire and emerge, free, on the other side. I will come. I will stand between you and the onslaught. I will fortify your will when it wavers. My sword will sever the energetic cords that bind you to that draining dynamic. You will feel it, as a sudden lightness, a literal sensation of a weight being lifted from your chest. This is not a one-time event. It is a journey. There will be grief, for the dream of what you thought you had. There will be withdrawal, as your system detoxifies from the addictive cycle of drama and reward. There will be days of profound doubt and loneliness. This is when you must be most gentle with yourself, and most fierce in your commitment to truth. This is when you must learn, perhaps for the first time, what it means to love yourself. Self-love is not bubble baths and affirmations, though those can be pleasant tools. True self-love is the ferocious commitment to your own well-being. It is the willingness to say no to what harms you, even when it is dressed as love. It is the decision to choose your own peace over another's drama. It is the act of becoming the parent, the protector, the devoted partner to your own precious soul that you have been waiting for someone else to be. I will walk with you through this valley. I will help you rebuild the temple of your self-esteem. I will remind you of your strength when you forget. I will show you, in 1,000 subtle ways, the evidence of your own resilience. A song on the radio that speaks to your heart. A stranger's smile that feels like a blessing. A moment of sudden, unexpected joy that catches you off guard. These are my missives to you. These are the tokens to let you know you are on the right path. The world of a toxic relationship is a small, airless room with distorted mirrors on every wall. Stepping out of it is like emerging into a vast, sun-drenched landscape after a lifetime in a cellar. The light may hurt your eyes at first. The space may feel terrifying in its openness. But soon, you will remember how to breathe. You will remember the horizon. You will remember that you are not a prisoner, but a pioneer of your own destiny. Your soulmate is not someone who completes you, for you are already complete. Your soulmate is someone who reflects your own wholeness back to you, who challenges you to grow in love, not in fear. The relationship you are in now is not that. It is a lesson, a harsh and painful one, but a lesson nonetheless. Its purpose is to teach you what you will no longer tolerate, to show you the depth of your own strength, and to force you to turn inward to find the source of love that you have been seeking outside of yourself. That source is within you. It is the divine spark. It is the kingdom of heaven that resides in your own heart. No person, no external force, can ever give it to you or take it away. They can only block your access to it. Your partner in this toxic dance has become the primary obstacle between you and your own inner light. So, the choice before you is stark, but it is simple. It is not a choice between being with someone and being alone. It is a choice between a slow spiritual death and the radical, terrifying, magnificent adventure of being fully, completely, unapologetically yourself. It is the choice between the familiar pain of the cage and the dizzying freedom of the sky. Choose the sky. I am here to catch you if you fall. But you will not fall. You will fly. I have seen it. It is your destiny. Now, let us begin. Take a breath. Feel the weight of the chains. And then, feel my hand on your shoulder, and the infinite power of the light at your back. It is time.